Rated M for mature.
Don't let your kids watch it!
ダメだよ、ダメダメ。お持ち帰るのはレナなんだよ。でも気持ちはわかるよ。お持ち帰り。
And I feel like it's only gonna get worse. Tontage-kun and Okamura-kun held Rena's shoulders as they shouted the phrase in excitement. The phrase had spread throughout the entire store and was now out of control. I hope we get kicked out, like, immediately. Anyway, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun surprised me sometimes. For their age, they're so good at giving passionate speeches. They'll probably make it big in the future. I guess Tomatake wasn't that bad. But he also dies so fast, so...
みーちゃんとさとこちゃんは二人も楽しみ。
At that time, the crowd set up another roar. I heard Mion telling them to let her through. I don't remember what kind of costume she picked. What? Who the heck is this guy? Who's this freak? Is this the weird... Oh no. Oh no. No, is this the weird baseball guy from chapter 3? He has a sprite now? Yes, it is. Why? Ah! His mouth is always open. It just opens more when he's talking. This is a little lazy in the animation department. Kamita-kun was in a state of great excitement. Thick veins were displaying on his forehead. The source of that excitement appears through the crowd. Well, that's not as bad. That's basically just the school uniform with the swimsuit. This is terrible. Mion appeared with a cake on a tray. No, she didn't. She definitely does not have a cake on a tray. Oh, now I remember what she picked for her costume.
みーちゃんも可愛いよ。
もうとんでもない災難だよ。この格好はケイちゃんにやらせるつもりだったのにな。
You have a massive problem for being obsessed with forcing Keiichi to wear women's clothing.
前原さん、この格好も並々ならぬものがあります。しかも普段の部活では上昇無敗、完璧鉄壁猛満隊の委員長の普段の姿を知れば知るほどに8枚と。しかし天下無敵の委員長ですら逃れることが叶わないとは。
Why? Mion's costume boxes. Box head, box torso, box skirt length boxes. Yeah, that would be great. Actually, I hope that's like Satoko's. Is this taking place during chapter 3? Like, surely it can't. This happened in chapter 3. You don't go to our school, and I don't want you in the club. Okay, why do you sound like you're gargling when you talk? Oh no, the Reddit mods are drooling. We're gonna get kicked out.
みんなダメだよ。部活はひなみ沢に住んでる人し
No,
か入れない。
don't tell them that. Otherwise, Hinamizawa's gonna get a massive surge of Reddit mods moving in.
これは住民票をひなみ沢に移すっきゃな。
Stop there, Rena. The population of Hinamizawa might double by tomorrow.
しかし素晴らしい罰ゲームっすよ、ケイ。
Yeah, these are... Does she have a cat tail in this art style? She has a cat tail in all of them. It's just more subtle in the other ones. This is not a beautiful... I do like Mion's mouth in the OG art style here. This is your fault! I hate you!
女性を美しくする衣装は例えるならデザートのデコレーションと同じなんす。
Why are you here?
ショートケーキだって全て剥いてしまえば単
単なるスポンジケーキに過ぎないんです。
Oh man, I hope Satoko cosplays as Keiichi. That would be
そ
funny.
れをクリームで飾り、十重旗への美しい装飾が奏でる
Dude, can you leave? You are adding nothing to this.
しかるにこのセー
Because
ラー服とブルマの
so
組本来
yeah,
は
that
日
is.
常的な
Oh
学
my
校衣装
goodness,
であり
these
それ
girls
は
are
それ
so
で問題があ
hot.
るのですが、そ
So
れは制
sexy.
服と体操服という
Dude, that's like a
近い
12-year-old
カテ
and
ゴ
a
リーにありながら
16-year-old.
間
They're
違
so
えることのなかっ
sexy.
たこれら衣装、そうデザートに例える誰もが絶対に合わないと思った組み合わせが誰もがの未体験の
Bro,
未知なる
stop talking like you're in
味わいに至ったの
Ratatouille.
です。
This bro really thinks he's the protagonist of Ratatouille.
ケイちゃんって K って呼ばれてるの？この暴走特急と仲良かったんだ。
Mion, your family runs Hooters. I don't think you're in any position to
全力で無関係を装わせてください。
me with my annoying friends. No, 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 not Coach. Not Coach. I do not want Coach to be here. Oh my goodness. Coach, you've seen better days. You've seen better days. I forgot how bad you look in the OG art style. He looks so done with life here. And then here he actually looks busted. It was Coach.
許しません。許しませんよ、前原さん。
Coach glared at me in anger. He was breathing hard with a scary expression on his face. How did you get in? Did you get a ticket? Or are you just like, no, he's in here. It's like, sir, you need a ticket.
許さないって何が許さないんですか？
Surely you know why Coach is here. He's here to perv on the girls. Oh no.
あれですよ。
Erie is going to have a stroke and die. Thankfully, Satoko's outfit is a lot less problematic than the other two. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like, okay, well, that one's a little worse because it's got the very short dress. And she actually looks pretty classy. I'm going to pretend she's wearing, like, tights underneath this. And she actually looks pretty classy. Bang, bang, bam, boom. At the moment of his scream, 3 different metal buckets fell onto his head one after another, and a Chinese walk finished the job. Satoko, you just killed Coach. It's okay, I won't tell on you.
この格好が罰ゲームになった時点で
Okay, the CG is pretty brilliant now, though. I still hate that Rika has to wear the super fetishy outfit, but it's like Rika's just like, why am I here? Mion's like, why am I here? And Satoko's like, why is he here? Her face is pretty amazing. Wow.
さとこのメイドさんはある意味命に関わりますです。
At least they didn't make her wear a super sexy maid
さ
outfit.
とこちゃんのメイドさんかわいいよ。お持ち帰り。
Maybe I'll hang on. Maybe I'll make the thumbnail the text of like I regret coming here with just Satoko's like face. Maybe that's what I'll try to do.
それはさせません。お持ち帰るのはこの私、入江京介です。
ダメだよ。
Sorry,
ダメ
Coach. They
ダメ
won't let you
ダメ
adopt her.
レナのお持ち帰りを邪魔すると
You get these nuts. Literally, walnuts on the dessert. Once Rena goes into cute mode, she becomes merciless. If a rock tar tried to sabotage her chance to take her favorites home with her, she'd break it into pieces. If it was a river, she'd fill it up with sand. If it was the sea, she'd split it in half like Moses did and walk through it. What? Coach got up on his feet like a zombie. I couldn't believe he could still get up after being hit by all of her super fast attacks.
無駄ですよ。聞きません。ほら、無駄無駄無駄です。
Why does Coach have to be... Why is Coach being a pervert one of his major personality characteristics? I said it before and I'll say it again. If Coach wasn't a pervert, he'd be one of my favorite characters.
入江は何度でも蘇る。メイドがそこにいれば何度でも蘇る。
No, it's
それが
just your
人類
dream.
の夢だからだ。
Look, you can have your weird dreams. Just don't share them publicly.
ギャングイビョ
You're literally making him barf up blood
それ
right
で
now.
もダメ。レナがお持ち帰り。はう。
Erie was down on the floor, his body twitching. Rena just hit him with a barrage at point-blank range. I do hate this scene.
しかし
Yes, it's
圧
terrible.
巻な光景だな。勝ってよかったと同時に 負けてたらその一角に俺がいたかもしれないことを思うととても笑えん。
まったく悔しいですわね。いくら罰ゲームも部活の務めとはいえ、こんな格好はあんまりでございましたよ。
Satoko, I'm glad you had to wear that instead of the other ones, but personal, it's just, yeah, it's not
チ
good.
ェおじさんの格好に比べたらさとこの格好なんてまともな方じゃな
I
い。
mean, you probably could have picked a longer shirt than that.
メイドの格好がまともに見える時点でみんなただれてると思いますです。
Rika, maid outfits aren't necessarily sexy.
ほらほらレナ、いつまでもハウハウしてないで。
Keiichi's like,
席に
I'm
座れ。
gonna get the filet mignon. It's a dessert restaurant. I'm gonna get the filet mignon.
負けた連中にサービスしてもらうのが勝者の特権なんだからよ。
Keiichi's gonna make this even weirder. I want to make Keiichi dress like Grimace and serve the Grimace shake. Yes.
今日は誰を持ち帰ろうかな。
Why? See, this is what would happen if I designed the game. Although, if I designed the game, it wouldn't be nearly as well written. But it wouldn't have these cringe scenes like this.
そら、ウェイトレスさん、今日のおすすめは何かな？
こちらのフルーツパフェはいかがでしょうか。
ただいまシュークリームのセットがお安くなってましたよ。お水ならいくらおかわりしても OK な
I'll
のです。
go with Rika's suggestion. I'll have free water. Rena's nose was bleeding because she got to keep the waitresses in cute costumes all to herself. That's not how nosebleeds work. Why is this a thing where it's like, oh man, when you're like really having a good time, if you know what I'm saying, your nose starts bleeding. It's like, that is not what happens in real life. I should actually thank her for acting crazy like that because it made me look calmer than I really am. I was as excited as her, and my nose would bleed too if I wasn't careful. It's popular because of cringe scenes like these. If that's the case, then I have a more disappointing outlook on the world. I now understand what a slack-jawed smile means.
ねえねえ、リカちゃんウェイトレスさん、あーやって。
Rena, don't make it weird. Well, it's already weird.
あーんですよ。
さあとこ、俺にも一つ頼むよ。
Okay, we're
Ah,
fast forwarding.
yeah.
We're fast
ただでも揉んで
forwarding.
も
あーもう悔しい。
I hate this
ごめん
too.
なさいませ。
Nope.
チェ
Nope.
肩もみか。
Nope.
おじさんの肩もみは高くつくからね。
Nope. This is bad. Nope. Oh my gosh, we're making them do creepy things. No. My gosh, I want to get the water too. You're not a waitress, no. But I want to be served by the fetishy characters. Why? It's not fair. I want to be served by the fetish characters.
ばっかりこんな美味しい部活ができて。
いや、それは
We should call the police. We should shut this place down. Oh my gosh!
昨日ので優勝できたのは僕たちにも
Yeah, just interrupt each other.
なんだかどうす
どうす俺にどう
What
す
do you
る
want me to
よし
do?
よし亀田、そこまで言うなら今日の勝者の権利をかけ
We're having the competition
それ
now.
ってどういう意味かな。
Really?
この
Umineko doesn't have as many and never got as popular, even though it has better writing. I'm not sure if you can see. Didn't Higurashi also get a very popular anime adaptation though? That probably has a lot to do with it.
部活メンバーの他の精鋭たちをこんなメンバーですらない連中なんか束でかかってきても負ける
Oh
気
my
しない
gosh,
で
he
し
has a
ょ。
different sprite other than just BAH! Comedy Code clapped his hands with knee, not with his knee, with glee. They nodded in agreement. They looked fired up already. Damn it, I have to fight against them here?
そういえばケイチさんとレナさんの勝負は少し外野が混じるとはいえここで優勝決定戦をされ
Are
る
we
のも
turning
面
this
白
into
い
water
で
gun
すもん
fight
ね。
again?
もちろんここで負ければ
Nope.
さあ、なんかうまいことやられてる気分だが、レナはどうする？
レナは負けないよ。だってみんなレナがケイチくんはどんな罰ゲーム服か
I
な。
hope it's a Grimace outfit.
みんなお持ち帰り。
I hope Keiichi has to bike home uphill in a Grimace outfit. That would actually be funny. She's motivated. I can see Kameda-kun is ready to fight for the ticket too. Oh no. They
その勝負この入江京介も
Erie, I don't think you live in
混ぜていただきますよ。
Hinamizawa, do you? You just work in Hinamizawa. Okay. I don't want Coach in here.
よっしゃ、このメンツで決定しよう。ケイちゃんもレナも依存はないね。
Yes.
チェ、依存も何も勝手に話を
まあまあ、面白くなった方がいいでしょ。
富田さんも岡村さんもやめておくのは
What was
今
the
のう
thought
ちでしたよ。
process when designing this scene? Where you have all the different things at play and you're just like, yes, this is a good idea.
分かってると思いますけど、負けたら大変なことになりますよ。
You'll definitely draw them in their true costumes tomorrow. Please do. I look forward to that.
僕たちも男なんです。
You're like 12.
いつかは戦いたかったんです。
They've seen the many horrifying punishments we had to suffer and still had the courage to join in. I had to admit, they have potential. Coming in, the evil lord of the angel ward sneered at the two. Oh my gosh! This guy looks like the quintessential jerk kid in like a children's story. Like you know, where you've got like this kid's story where you've got like the main kid and his best friends, and then you've got like the bully kid on the block who just like constantly is like sneering at them and like making fun of them. That's this guy. Literally, like, he literally looks like the classic childhood bully. Like he's like Scooter McCarthy from the Henry Huggins books, pretty much. Yeah, Henry, you're never gonna get a clubhouse. You're never gonna catch a salmon. What do you mean? I'm gonna catch a chin hook. Nah, those fins are too big.
まさか K さんと再び戦えるとは思わなかったっすよ。
He has a way deeper voice than I expected.
今回は正々堂々正面からぶつからせていただきますよ。
よりによってエンジェルモードで亀田君と戦うことになるとはな。ある意味野球で戦うより手強い気がするぜ。
Coach Erie, the Count of Maids, laughed like he was afraid of nothing.
ここは大人の本気というものを見せてあげましょう。
Bruh, you don't try to play the cool adult now after your massive breakdown.
そして今日ここに入江京介のためだけの
You're like 30!
させるのです。
You're like my age, and you're talking about making the high school and middle school girls your harem. You know what? No, you know what? You know what, Erie? It's time. It's time. We gotta pull up an oldie but a goodie.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
There you go. You got to.
みんな勝たせてあげないよ。
Thirsty teenagers being main marketing source of one of the bigger reasons that the change is more adult players playing games than the low birth rate.
よし、俺も覚悟を決めた。いつまでもぼやいていても仕方ねえや。見よ。
Oh, I can. Don't worry, Keiichi. I'll complain for you.
勝負は何でやる？
Why does she get to decide?
そう来なくっちゃね。
She's a loser.
みんな道を開けて。ウェイトレスの皆さん、運んじゃってください。
In the kitchen, the real waitresses are standing by with many desserts on trees. Is this going to be an eating contest? It looks like the game is going to be either a speed eating or a competitive eating contest.
店長、本当にいいんですか？
The waitress is like, we're so gonna get in trouble.
いいから運んじゃって。
Oh no, Yoshi Airo, why are you here? Oh, well, I know he owns the place, but oh man.
面白いことは何でも大歓迎だよ。
No.
せっかくのイベントでだしね、盛り上がらないと。
Oh no, Prince Zuko, this is a bad scene. Why are you playing this visual novel, Prince Zuko? You should be practicing your firebending. The waitresses checked with their manager and started bringing in the desserts. The two of my underclassmen, Kamina-kun, Coach Rena, and I sat at a table together. Coach has the biggest stomach! This isn't fair! Wow. A horrific amount of desserts was brought before us. I wanted to enjoy watching the cute waitresses placing desserts on the table. But right now I was in a fighting mood. I had no time for that. The audience surrounding our table seems to have grown excited too. What do you mean grown? They're freaking the F out. I bet it didn't even cross their minds that they would see a serious battle at Hooters today. But they didn't care. As well as it's fun to watch.
さ
But
て、
it's not.
いいかい？制限時間内にどれだけのデザートが食べられるかの勝負だよ。あらかじめ各メニューごとに重さは出してあるからね。食べ終わった後に食べた総重量で勝負をつけよう。
When the words competitive eating came up, Kamita-kun smiled evilly. Damn it, Kamita-kun had the advantage!
委員長僕たちはコンビですので2人で1人の扱いにしてください
Nope.
ああいいよ
No, it's not.
いつもコンビだからね特別に許可しよ
No way! Damn it, having two stomachs for a competitive eating contest was an absolute advantage too.
レナはどうだ？やっぱり女の子には胃袋勝負はきついんじゃないか？
She's gonna be like, what do you mean by that?
そんなことないよ。かいいみんなをお持ち帰りできるならテーブルごとだって飲み込んじゃうよ。
A true gentleman eats everything placed in front of him. Eating the table. I underestimated her. Rena can overcome physical impossibilities when she goes into Kayute mode. She might even be able to eat food that's heavier than herself.
監督はどうですか？
I skipped breakfast. You're screwed.
大食いは？
That's fair. Yeah, big stomach doesn't mean as much.
前原さん、そこにメイドがいて、それを手に入れるための条件が大食いなら、
Why is this his main personality trait?
私に不可能の文字はありません。
I could see a black aura surrounding him, which I find very intimidating. He looks pretty normal to me. The glint from his eyes that shone behind his lenses was sharp enough to pierce an ironing board. See, he doesn't look determined there. He looks like he's stoned. And here he just looks like he's disappointed in us, which is funny because I'm disappointed in him. Damn it, he was in maid mode, which was equally as strong as Rena's cute mode. Shit, I was the only one without any advantages.
うじゃあ準備はいいかなレディーゴー
Question, if I barfs up dessert, does it still count towards what I've eaten? I wasn't ready emotionally, but Mion started the game without hesitation. Damn it, there was no turning back! I had to do this. There were many kinds of desserts before us. Some were easy to eat and some were not. So I had to get the dessert that's easiest to eat before anyone else got it! What about the yogurt parfait? Ah. But of course everyone seemed to be thinking the same thing. Everybody reached out for the same dessert as fast as they could. A white light flashed in front of our eyes and the parfait disappeared. My hands clashed with others in midair.
みんな遅いよ。
You're too slow!
レナがお持ち帰っちゃった。はう。
Rena took the parfait. She was literally as fast as lightning. Damn it, I knew it. There was no way I could beat Rena in the opening move. Rena took the parfait like a frog catching a fly with its tongue and swallowed it in a single gulp. She did it all in seconds! She's usually gentle and calm, but she's a totally different person right now. Really, it's terrifying. I see. I now understand why people say that women always have room for dessert. But in the special environment of Angel Mort, Scooter wasn't far behind Rena. I'm calling this guy Scooter from now on. He grabbed a fruit parfait and swallowed it as if drinking beer from a mug. It looked very dynamic.
無駄ですよ、ケイさん。エンジェルモートでの戦いで俺に勝てる可能性は 1% もないっす。まだまだ行くっすよ。
Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun were looking at the extraordinary techniques Rena and Kamita-kun are displaying, but they seem to be very calm. Here's your guest, Cage. He has to wear all the costumes if he loses. They already did that earlier. They knew their advantage. As long as they kept a steady pace, they could eat more and eat faster than anybody else because there are two of them. Rena and Kamita-kun were eating very fast, but they might slow down in the middle, so this is going to be an unpredictable race. Son of a bitch, I won't lose this game. I shoved my dessert into my mouth and kept eating. I just kept eating. Ow, ow, ow! Damn it, my mouth got extremely cold when I swallowed that ball of ice cream. How could the others do this so easily? There's an idea. I should melt it first. I could use some kind of heat to melt it first and then drink it down. Plus, it would also be easier for my stomach to take when it's not so cold. But how should I melt it? It would take too long to use body heat, and I didn't have any other source of heat with me.
すみません、ウェイトレスさん。注文をいいでしょうか。
What are you thinking?
ホットコーヒーをお願いします。
Oh no, he has the right
で
idea.
きれば器は鍋だと助かります。
監督。
甘いですよ、前原さん。熱で溶かすなんてて、私だって思いついていました。
No! Damn it! He was one step ahead of me. I could order hot coffee too, but I'd still be one step behind him. I'd have to come up with something to melt my ice cream faster than hot coffee.
前原圭一。
Why does he get his own
考えるんだ。
sprite now?
考えろ。
Oh, I can't switch. No, I can. Okay, yeah, we're doing. Hang on. Yeah, we're doing OG Keiichi. Oh, the OG Keiichi sprite's pretty good. Keiichi-kun held his head, screamed that line, then bent his neck backwards. When he gets like this, he always speaks everything that's on his mind, and it's very fun to listen to. Pink text is that Rena, but I had to concentrate. I needed to win this game. I was going to keep eating as much as I can and take all the adorable girls home with me. Yep, okay, pink text means Rena. Yeah, eating contests suck. Ha 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 ha, star. I was having so much fun. I was so thrilled that I felt like my heart was about to burst. I might have been acting totally uncute, but I didn't care, exactly because I was having so much fun. Mii-chan always comes up with such extraordinary games. Now, this is a pretty sucky one. Satoko-chan loves to play pranks. Rika-chan is very sneaky, but it's impossible to hate her. And Keiichi-kun is always so funny. No! Not always! I enjoy every day. I wish I could express how much I really do enjoy them better than by saying how happy I am. Sometimes I even feel anxious because I enjoy every day so much. There's as much misfortune and pain as there is happiness and pleasure in this world. And I know very well that they all come to you regardless of how hard you try. You'll have happy days regardless of how hard you try. You'll have unhappy days regardless of how hard you try. But that doesn't mean you don't need to try hard. I can try to make happy days even happier and last longer. In the same way, I can try to make my unhappy days happier and end faster. I struggle very hard to achieve that. That's why I'm going to enjoy the happy days I have now as much as I can. I must not take them for granted, because they won't last forever. They won't. One day, all of a sudden, these happy days will come to an end. I know it. That's why I was trying to enjoy the happiness I received today so that I wouldn't regret it, even if the world ended tomorrow. Didn't Rena also say something similar in a previous chapter? It sounds familiar. By the way, I'm right now going with Rika's suggestion with the free water. That's what I go for my streams. I noticed my hands stopped moving when I was thinking about these things. When spending time with my friends, I feel so happy that my heart might burst. I even love doing the punishments. They're fun for me. I have friends. I have a place where I fit in. I have time in which to be myself. I have a me that I love. I love everybody. I love Mii-chan, Satoko-chan, Rika-chan, and Keiichi-kun. I love everybody in my class and everybody in Okinomiya.
おお、レナの手が止まったね。さすがにあのペースじゃ長続きしないかな。
Nope, just sentimental.
チャンスだよ岡村。今こそ竜宮山を抜かす。
無駄無駄無駄。
Scooter, shut up.
この俺に勝とうという時点で蜂蜜杏仁豆腐よりやばいぜ。
Scooter's gonna be in the bathroom for a very long
レ
time
ナ
after
さん
this.
しっかりしてくださいまし。監督を勝たせたら承知しませんですことよ。
Yeah, I mean, if I were Satoko, I would not want Coach to win. He's pretty creepy.
私は負けませんよ。
In Chapter 3, Takeichi, a volcano erupted the next day, only for the volcanic gas to kill everyone later. I still have no idea how that happened, by the way.
飲めと言われれば太平洋だって飲み干してみせましょう。
Sure.
どうしたレナ。
What's the matter? Getting
いい
tired?
だろ。ここからいよいよ圭一様の逆転劇の始まりだぜ。なあみんな。
I don't care about the Reddit mods at all.
レナ、どうしましたですか？
Rika, I really don't want your sprite to be on screen. I'm sorry. I had left the table.
ごめん。ちょっとお手洗い行ってくるね。
I was just so happy. I didn't care who won or lost this match. Of course, it's more fun when I go crazy to try and win, but I could never be happier than this. Rena reached peak happiness at Hooters on the worst day of the year. Rena, I'm a little worried about your mental state then. If I could seal this happiness in a piece of crystal, I'd carry it around with me in my pocket. I'd use it as heat to ward off the cold of hard days that are certain to come to me. Yeah, it sounds like she might have some form of depression then. Or at least, like, a mood disorder where she's got ups and downs and extremes. Yeah, I know! I haven't, like, I hope we learned what the heck was going on during the breaking windows in Oyashiro-sama part of Rena's life. Yeah, we probably will. This is a pretty long chapter. I think there are 13 sets of to be continueds where we get achievements. So yeah, we only have gotten one of those thus far. I know they will. Rena's giving me Sayori vibes. A little bit. Less depressing, but yeah, similar. You're not truly happy when you feel happiness. When you're bored with happy days and you don't even realize you're happy, that's when you've achieved true happiness. You only truly feel happiness when you're in a freezing cold environment. That's the only time your heart can feel the warmth of even a small happiness. On my way to the bathroom, I saw a waitress and a customer arguing at the register. Uh-oh. The customer was a woman? Oh, impossible. The waitress was trying to explain that the lady needed a ticket to get a seat because the restaurant was holding an event today. But the lady, saying she didn't know, was still trying to get a seat. After a while, the store manager was called and started apologizing to the lady. Who the heck is this? Rena? We have another two-syllable name starting with R and ending in A? Wow. That's your effort. Wow. Okay, lady, you might want to put on something a little more modest. You're wearing, like, the tiniest top possible, and it's almost the same color as your skin. And you have a starfish tattoo. That's not a very good tattoo. Hi, my name is Karen. I would very much like to eat at Hooters today. Because well...
チケットないなら入れないって表の見えるところにちゃんと張り紙しといてよ。たく、客を何だと思ってんの？
The lady's eyes met mine. I guessed who it might be when I heard the voice, so I was prepared. Oh, do you know her?
あら？レイナちゃんじゃない？
Oh.
こんなとこで会うなんて奇遇よね。
Piano music. Also, yeah, that's right. Her name actually is Rena. She just goes by Rena.
あ、どうもこんにちは。こんなとこで会うなんて本当に奇遇ですよね。
I held up my hand for a high five. She gave me one.
聞いてよレイナちゃん。ひどいのよ。今日はチケットがないと入れないとか言うのよ。
She gives me I'm 32 forever annoying lady vibes. She does kind of have that smug, like, I'm hot stuff face. We'll see. I'm gonna try not to judge her immediately. We'll see what she's like.
仕方ないわね。ねえ、お店には入れなくても、お土産にケーキくらいは売ってくれるんでしょ？
Her voice sounds kind of familiar.
ええ、それは問題ございません。ささ、どうぞこちらからどれでもお選びください。
The store manager gave her a fake smile and led her to her showcase.
私はこの可愛らしいのにしようかしらね。
she sees Coach pouring hot coffee to melt the ice cream so he can drink it. I'll have what he's having.
あの人はショートケーキみたいな地味なのが好きだったっけ？ねえ、レイナちゃん。あなたはどれがいい？
What would I... Is she gonna get one for me? Who is this lady?
私ですか？いいのいいの？はう。
本当にこういうのに目がないわね。どれでも好きなの選んでいいわよ。
That would be something if this was Rena's mom. I kind of don't think so based on the way that they're interacting with each other, but we'll see. She also looks a little too young to be Rena's mom. But then again, she also could just be anime girl mom who just looks perpetually 24.
じゃあ、
Looking at you,
私も
Senai
ショ
from
ートケー
Clannad.
キでいいです。
あら、他にもこんなに可愛らしいケーキがたくさんあるのに。
By the way, you already heard the name Rena in the past. I don't remember. There are too many names.
なんだかとっても迷っちゃうけど、こういう時はショートケーキが一番美味しそうに見えるんです。
The fact that she calls her Rena means they're close but not friends. Yeah, her friends don't call her Rena.
はう？
そう。じゃあ、ショートケーキを2つとプチトリアノンを1つ。
What the heck is a petit traîneau?
お持ち帰りでね。
We heard her name in chapter 3? That's very surprising. She imitated the smile I usually made. I replied with the same big smile. Then I smelled the strong scent of her perfume. Oh, wait. Was she included in the list of, like, dead people at the end? Where it was... She was probably included in the list of dead people at the end. Of, like, all the people living in Hinamizawa. That's probably it. Made me sneeze. Rena-san's perfume and I never seem to get along. Yeah, she's not referring to her as mom. It's Rena-san. Their either have... Oh, interesting. Is that the end of Hooters? Please let that be the end of Hooters. New tips unlocked. Business card. I think that's the end of Hooters. Oh, her name was mentioned by Uisi. Okay, never mind. Perfume and shortcakes. Met with someone unpleasant. I think they are maybe referring to Rena there, but Rena was probably the most pleasant person there. I'd much rather hang out with her than all of the Reddit mods and Scooter and Coach and the girls in the fetish costumes. All right, well, let's view the new tips. Business card. Rena, height 168 centimeters. Wow. Why do we have her measurements? Hobbies. I'm interested in outdoor garden. Hang on. She put her measurements on her business card? Oh, this woman sucks. Nope. I already was going to say it. She sucks. Hobbies. I'm interested in indoor gardening. I want to make tea with the herbs I grow. I always enjoy your funny and interesting stories. We should go out somewhere next time. In private. Gentleman's Club Blue Mermaid. Private manager Rena Mamiya. Oh, she runs the Gentleman's Club. Okay. There's, like, already so many red flags in that. Okay. No, I'm with Rena. I don't like her already. She runs a Gentleman's Club, and she puts her measurements on her business card. Like, nah, no, she's full of herself. We don't want to deal with this. All right, you know, that's probably all of Higurashi I can take for tonight. We got for 2 chapters. 2 chapters, I think, is good progress. And I'm pretty sure there are 13 in this game. So we'll probably have to play this beyond the month of August. Unless, well, we're really diligent on that. You bet she's her stepmom or something? We could... That would mean she lied to Keiichi about her parents being lovey-dovey, but we'll see. I'm open to it. Rena's probably keeping secrets. We know she was. In Chapter 1, she got very upset when Keiichi was getting onto her on that, so... Alright, well there we go. That's gonna do it for the first stream of Higurashi Chapter 6. Well, I liked the water gun fight, and I didn't like the Hooters part. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Thanks for joining in and chatting, everybody. It's great to hear your guys' theories and just interact with you all. It's fantastic. I will try to stream this again on Sunday. It's not a guarantee. I am visiting a friend on Sunday. I don't know for how long, though, so I'll assume that I'll be back, but there's a chance I won't be. If so, I'll be there for 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. If I can't stream Sunday, then I'll stream Monday instead. So that's how it's going to go. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your night, and God bless everybody.